Howdy y'all, my name is Gretchen and I'm the Restless Thrifter. I'm a reseller on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop, and I'm shipping four sales. It is Thursday, September 19th. This is a little bit more normal for me, 4 sales in a day. I am trying to get it up to that 10 a day that I aspire to, but honestly it's more about what profit I can get a day, and I'm still not hitting that goal, but I did okay with this pair of boots, I will tell you. I'll tell you a little bit about them once we get around to shipping them. I'm going to go in the order that things sold. The first thing that sold is this Talbot's dress. I loaned this to my sister to wear, and she never did wear it, so she gave it back. And I sold it for $30.40 plus $12.45 shipping. This dress was sold through an offer to watchers, I'm almost positive. Let me get my sold listings pulled up. I picked it up at a place called Hope Store in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I think they might have a couple of locations, but this one's up in Plano, I believe. I paid $5.41 for it. They have what a color tag sale, so they have their like boutique items up in the front, and Talbots. They have a lot of Talbots, J. Jill, Chico's. Those are the things that sell really well for them, plus any other higher end brands like Eileen Fisher, MISC. What else have I found in there? Ralph Lauren, you know, those types of things that we might consider to be just okay as resellers on the resale market, but in their store they do well. But they do rotate the sales, so at one point it goes on 75% off. I don't know what they do with it after that. Maybe it just starts over, I'm not sure, but I do recommend shopping there because the proceeds go toward families of domestic violence, and you know, that's a good mission to contribute to. So I would recommend it as a place to shop, maybe as a place to pick up things to resell, but mostly as a place to shop. All right, yes, it sold through an offer to watchers for $30.40. It was listed for 1 month and 1 week. With shipping, the buyer paid $42.85. My marketplace fees were $9.80. I'm pretty sure this was promoted at probably 9.6%. My cost of goods was $5.41, and we'll figure up shipping to see what my profit was. Every day or 2 days or so, I come here and share my process for shipping items that I've sold, and I tell you how much it sold for, how much I paid for it, and how much profit I'm making off of it. The reason is just to hopefully help out other resellers to know what they may want to sell or not sell. If you're looking to make more money than like I'm going to make on this dress, for example, then you may want to stay away from Talbot's because it is expensive in the store, but not so much on the resale market. All right, so USPS ground advantage is going to be $7.34. And it's going to Pennsylvania. Someone asked me about my setup for my inventory. If you are interested in that, I have several day in the life videos where I'm working out of the room where I store my inventory, and I talk a little bit about it. I have shelves along the 2 walls, and then I have some rolling shelves that I move in and out when I need to get to the bins behind it. And then I have bins, and my numbering system is I have A through Z, 1, 2, and 3. So I have 3 sets of the whole alphabet. And once I get something listed, I will put in the SKU field. I think each one of the platforms have one, but I use Vendoo. I'll put the bin number, and I also put an inventory sticker on things. See that silver sticker? And I put that number in there, and that helps me in case, let's say something's not in the bin it's supposed to be in. I will look up, this one's 3907, I'll look up 3906 and 3908 and see what bin I put those in, and that helps me figure out, you know, or narrow down where it might be. Now, ideally, I just put all the information in the listing that should be in there. Okay, that one is ready to go. Did I say how much I made? $20.30. We just ate taco bowls. I think I have a chip in my tooth. That's why, if I'm making a weird face, that's why. The next thing that sold is a DVD called Crate Games. This is sealed, never used. I bought it off of Amazon years ago and then just never watched it in order to teach Sophie crate games. That's what I was going to do because I was taking her to, what do you call it? Agility school, and she's a mess. She was a mess. She wouldn't even want to get in the crate. So they suggested this video, and it's a popular one. I guess nobody's come up with something better. It's by Susan Garrett. So $26.63 is what the customer paid with shipping. My marketplace fees were $4.57. I'm putting 0 as my cost of goods since I bought this so long ago. I want to protect it, so I'm going to ship it in a box, and I have this little box here. I'm going to put it, wrap it up in some paper first, so that it doesn't roll around in there. It doesn't really need to be protected per se. I just don't want it, you know, bumping through the mail. This box is really lightweight, so I'm not really worried about it adding to the shipping cost. I do calculated shipping, so the buyer should have paid what I need anyway. It's 9 by, I always round up, 9 by 6 by 2. I got charged an extra $7 for that quilting stand, that quilting rack that I shipped out. You guys remember that one? Okay, 5 ounces. Let me think before I forget all these numbers. So it's 5 ounces, 9 by 6 by, of course I forgot, 9 by 6 by 3. Because they said that I missed the depth of the box by an inch. I don't know. I mean, I have no way of arguing with them. It went UPS, and UPS charged me an extra $7, so they will just charge it to your account. This is going to go media mail, so it's going to only be $4.63. So I made $17.43 on something that was just sitting in my closet. It's going to Honolulu. It's one of those things I pulled aside when we moved so that I could sell it. And I'm glad I did, because it was just sitting there in a box or bin or something somewhere not being used. I'm going to snag a little piece of tape, so excuse this noise. I do recommend selling things from your own household that you don't want anymore to get a feel for different platforms. Like, let's say you sell on Poshmark, but you want to start selling on eBay. You know, cross-post a few easy things, or if you want to get started on hard goods, start with stuff in your own house, you know. That way you aren't putting a lot of money into inventory when you're just trying to get started as a reseller or on a new platform or something. And the next item's also an eBay sale. Did I say both of those were eBay, by the way? It is free inventory I got from my sister. These 2 cardigan sweaters from Maurice's. I lotted them together just to, you know, get them to sell, really. They were nice sweaters, but people are not necessarily searching for Maurice's. They're just searching for some cozy sweaters. They sent me a pretty low offer of $12, but I accepted. I want to get some sales going. I had listed, I think, for $25 and been sending offers of $20. I decided $12, and then they'd have to pay like $8 for shipping. But that was probably about the most I was going to get anyway. They're going to love these. They are really, really cozy. Let's see if they fit in this poly mailer. They may be a little too long the way I have them packaged up. You know. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Gotta get a larger one. I think this is like 2 packages stuck together anyway. 2 bags. That makes sense? I don't think it does. It made sense to me in my own head. I have several different sizes of poly mailers. The one I use the most is the 10 by 13. This is a about 12 by 15. It weighs 1.8, so I'm going to round up to 1.9. This is going to Virginia. And will cost $9.67 to ship. They paid $25.60 with the cost of shipping. The marketplace fees were $6.16, and I made $9.77 on that. That sold in 1 month. The other 2 things sold pretty quickly. I know within 3 months for sure, which is my goal. Possibly even within 1 or 2. And then the last thing to ship are these pair of boots, which took me a long time to get them listed because I was waiting on Steven to polish them. He said he'd polish them up. Then it just took a while. First we had to move, then we had to get the polish located. Then they had to sit next to his desk for a good couple of months before it got up the desire to polish them. They have this, I don't know, chunk taken out of it on the toe. In all honesty, it looks like someone dropped a cigarette on it, right? But he polished them up as nicely as possible, and they look pretty good. There's also some little dings on those toes. These are reinforced steel toes, and they are vintage Red Wing. I don't think I even mentioned that. They're vintage Red Wing boots, Pecos Red Wing, which makes the Pecos makes it a little bit more desirable. Here's the Red Wing label inside. I'm not really showing that very well. I'll put pictures anyway. So these were Red Wing Pecos boots, size 8.5C, safety toe, brown leather, vintage 90s, made in USA. I got these at a St. Vincent de Paul in Plano that was going out of business, and everything was 50% off, and I picked these up then with my friend who's also a reseller a if you're watching, remember when I picked these up a long time ago? Finally listed them in early July, and they sold just today for $71, an offer on Depop. And I had paid $7.03. Marketplace fees were only $3.25 because Depop only charges for the transaction processing. So like to run the credit card, basically, they use a third-party service, as does everyone really, because to be a credit card processor, it has special requirements and guidelines and training and certification and all of that to make sure it's secure and safe, and you want that. So almost everyone uses, I say almost everyone, probably everyone uses the third-party processors. Stripe is a very popular one, and that's all they charge. They don't charge their own fee. They just kind of hand off that processing fee, which is, I think, a percentage of the transaction plus a flat rate. It's still just not very much. I had them listed for $89. The ASP for these boots is $86. So I sold it under that, but at least I sold it on Depop where it doesn't have the additional fees. Sell-through rate is 27%. This is when I looked it up back in July probably. And I need a good size box. So let's see, they are like 12 inches long. Probably another 14. I have a 15 by 10 by 8. Is that going to work? I'm looking around at what I have. This is the 16 by 12 by 8. That's what I have. That's going to be good. It's an eBay box. What is my dog doing outside? Oh. Reacher's coming back from his walk. My husband's bringing in the trash bins. He's helping him. He's so nice. He always brings in the neighbor's trash bin. I am going to make some noise, so hold on to your ears. Okay. It's a little bit deeper than it needs to be, but that's all right. What did I say it was going to be, or do I? Yeah, that's the exact dimensions I put in there. Guess I need to get it printing. I love watching my dog. He's a beautiful dog. If you haven't ever seen Reacher before, he's a German Shepherd. He's gorgeous. This is going to New York, New York. Wrapping them up individually so they don't scrape up against each other. These are work boots. They're going to get even more scuffed than they already are, but I still want them to get there in the best shape as possible, the shape that I sold them in. All right, last bit of noise with the tape here. And then I'll tell you how much I made on these and then overall for the day. It's been a little hard to get back in the groove since I came back from my vacation. And then we're about to go on another vacation. Dad gets to watch the dogs again. And then he's leaving right after that, so we're all needing little breaks, I guess. And yeah, I'm leaving a week from tomorrow. No, yeah, a week from tomorrow. Should be a good time. We're going to Napa, California, do some wineries and relaxing. It was just kind of coincidence that both of the trips that we're taking this year were scheduled kind of back to back. And then when I get back, I get my knee surgery. I'm so excited. All right, let's see how much I made on that. I made $60.72. Very nice. Let's see how I made for the day, how much I made for the day. And my revenue was $166.08. My profit was $104.22. I want it to be about twice that. I've listed 5 items so far today. I've got some more to list. I've also got some videos to edit. This one will come out right after a haul video, and then I'll probably have some haul videos, 1 or 2 over the weekend. Just things that I picked up when I was in Colorado, so check those out because there are some good ones, some good finds in there. My first haul video, I would say there's 3 things I would consider bolos, but each one is going to have 3 or 4 at least bolo items, things that are new to me too. All right, that's everything. Please give me a thumbs up and or a comment below, even an emoji or a hi or whatever. Helps me out as a YouTuber, helps people be able to find my videos as well, and helps my subscriptions grow. And if you have not subscribed and you'd like to, click the subscribe button. You can also click the notifications bell, and that just sends you a notification on your phone, I think. It just, you know, one of those things that just shows up and then goes away as a video you might be interested in. But you don't have to click that. If you don't want the notification, just click the subscribe. It's all free. I think you just need an account on YouTube. And I recommend signing up for one because then you get recommended videos based on your previously watched videos, and you'll discover other reseller content that you might want to watch. Thanks everybody, and just keep listening.